Okay, so welcome everyone. This is take two. All righty. So welcome everyone for being here today, late on a Thursday, to get this amazing information that is going to change our lives, okay? And the person who's going to bring this information to us, is an amazing human. She's a professional. She is a world-known leader. Okay, she is a global leader. She has trained with the best and has been trained by the best. Okay, she is an amazing mother, an amazing grandmother. I love to look at her pictures, okay, because she is that invested. The information that she's going to bring to you today, okay, is for the betterment of our health and wellness. She is certified, she is qualified to talk about this information because she understands this product firsthand. So I want to bring this amazing leader to you today. Miss Linda Rogers Brown, please. The floor is yours.
All right. Well, thank you, Tanny. Thank you for that wonderful, amazing introduction. And I want to welcome everybody here tonight. And I'm just letting you know right now, while we're talking, you should be texting. Text everybody, because we have major epidemic in our world, physically and financially. And people that are, going after the money, and when they get it, and as we get older, your body starts to do things that you don't even know why or how is this happening. You realize one day, man, I'm getting old. Your joints start hurting and things like that. But there's certain things that's going on inside that you have no idea is going on inside your body. You don't even have any idea. But before I get started, I want to let you know that the statements of these products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Health testimonies represent the personal experiences of each individual and should not be viewed as medical advice. Now, I have to say that because, we just have to say that to be legal. Now, I've been doing the industry for 40 years, but in the health and wellness space since 2011. I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Didn't see it coming, didn't have no idea I could get it. My life was at a point where I was overexcited. My children were raised out of the house, finished college, and it was my time. And then I get cancer. And so I didn't panic. I never saw it life-threatening for me because I guess that's just my mindset, but I saw it as an inconvenience because it was stopping everything that I had planned. And that's just want to let you know, everything that you're dealing with, the mind is so powerful. Start off with a positive attitude and you have a good chance of succeeding and being successful. But anyway, I got over certified in life. I went through every training and everything I could do to try to prove that I'm equipped to do what I say I'm going to do. I lost over 20 friends to cancer. All my best friends are gone. I want you to imagine, I don't even want you to put that in your mind, but just imagine my situation where I lost so many people that were the essence of my life, of my world. And I felt so lonely because in the past 50 years or so, our nation is getting sicker. Every day we're getting sicker. Diseases like heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and obesity is on the rise. It's out of control. Not only in adults, but children. Children are suffering from adult diseases today. And I'm gonna explain to you why. And the question is, are you ignoring that this can happen to you? A lot of people, I could do this presentation 1,000 times, and people will not see themselves in this story until something happens. So we're talking prevention here. We're talking knowledge and talking about taking care of your health. Because if you don't, you're going to the doctor and they're going to give you prescription drugs. And prescription drugs have never fixed anybody. The water we're drinking is getting worse and worse and worse. Our overall energy levels have been drained. We're tired and exhausted from everything in the world, the toxic air, the water, the food, everything has been altered. 1 in 3 people, 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure, and only half of them have it under control. The Center for Disease Control says heart disease is the #1 killer in the world. 1 in 3 people. It's a major risk for heart disease, stroke, congestive heart failure. You heard just recently that Jamie Foxx, actor, millionaire, on top of millionaire, in the hospital with a stroke. We still don't even know why. We didn't get the whole story, but the fact that he's young. And heart disease is a silent killer. And sometimes people don't even know they have it until they have a heart attack or a stroke. Cancer, #2 killer in the world. My story. And I was introduced to some products and a scientific advisory board that put this stuff together. And I was able to avoid chemoradiation therapy 12 years now. This is my month, 12 years. Well, last month I was diagnosed. By June, I was done with cancer. Cancer is a cellular disease. It affects 1 in 3 Americans today. It's a silent killer. Sometimes you don't find out till you're at stage 4. I have a friend right now, they thought it was colon cancer. He has rectal cancer and he's young. He's in his 40s. His kids aren't even in middle school yet. And many people are walking around living with cancer and don't even know it. Prescription drugs, the #3 killer in the world. That's my mom. Over 800 pills they put in my mother's body every month and we didn't know it. And we lose roughly 250,000 of our loved ones each year to prescription drugs. 3rd leading cause of death, right after heart disease and cancer. And most of the people that die from prescription drugs, we're taking them right, according to what it's said to do. And then the rest due to errors. Obesity, 1 out of 3. It's always 1 out of 3 today. 1 out of 3 suffering from obesity. 68% of adults, 33% of the children. Related to over 20 illnesses, including all of the catastrophic illnesses we talk about. And they say by 2030, half of the world is going to have obesity in their countries. So why such health challenges? And it's the food we eat. If you're not growing your own food, your own garden, using your own types of fertilizer, not stuff that's causing cancer, but we eat processed and fast food, animal products, genetically altered fruits and vegetables. If it doesn't have a seed, it's genetically altered. Everything comes from a seed. We so quick to get seedless grapes because we're too lazy to spit out a seed nowadays. We don't even want to deal with the seed. Even though a watermelon seed has so much nutrients in it, I can't even go there, okay? But we become acidic and we become dehydrated. And this is a logarithmic scale. And it shows that everybody's blood right there, smack dab in the middle, is 7.365. 7.365 is slightly alkaline. Your blood has to be there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year. So that's how you can remember. 7 days a week, 365, 7.365. Anything below that, you can die. A cup of coffee. Simple cup of coffee takes you down to 4.0. Soda, 2.8. And what people tell you when you're sick or diabetic, drink diet soda, 1.5. Diet soda is worse than everything else. And on top of that, it's highly acidic and it's loaded with aspartame and other things that can cause major problems in your life. But in between all these beverages is all the food you eat. Hamburgers, hot dogs, french fries, chicken, whatever. We are acidic. And to prove it, this is a list of foods that tell you the value basis versus alkaline versus acidic. So when I went to a naturopathic doctor after Duke Cancer Center didn't want to deal with me anymore because they couldn't give me chemoradiation therapy, I went to a naturopathic doctor. She said, to keep yourself healthy, do 20% acidic foods and 80% alkaline foods. So I looked at the acidic foods. I'm like, wait a minute, that's everything I like. Every cheese I like is acidic. The nuts I like, acidic. Every meat I eat, acidic, highly acidic, highly acidic. Eggs, I eat them every morning, highly acidic. Steak, pork, lamb, shrimp, all the fishes, acidic. And then I said, okay, well, what's alkaline? Okay, I could deal with some bananas and cantaloupe and all the greens, and everything. Butternut squash, that's not my thing. But if I want to be healthy, I have to stick to the right of the green as much as I can. It's not saying that you can't eat acidic foods. You just have to eat as little as possible and focus. That's why they tell you when you eat meat, only eat it like 4 ounces, the palm of your hand. You know, most people want these big steaks and all you can eat buffets and things like that. But they're saying when you eat meat, eat what's in the palm of your hand. They try to tell you the portion size that makes you healthy. So symptoms associated with dehydration, acidity is your high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, low energy levels, weight gain, premature aging, arthritis, gout, acid reflux, migraine, headaches, back pain, insomnia, stress, anxiety, depression, high cholesterol levels, to name a few. But I listen to the experts because knowledge is everything and the lack of knowledge will take you out. And Dr. Guyton, Arthur Guyton, he said that the cells of a diseased body are acidic, period. These are Nobel Prize winners. He wrote a book, The Cells of a Healthy Body Are Alkaline, and it's called Medical Physiology, while the cells of a diseased body is acidic. And this one blew me away. Otto Warburg, 1931, discovered the cause of cancer and the fact that cancer can live and thrive in an alkaline environment. Why are they not telling people this? I did a young lady's blood just before I got on here, and she was blown away. She didn't even know that she had one drop of blood had all these parasites in it. We don't know what's going on in our body. But if we listen and if we get the knowledge and understanding, we could do better and feel better and be better. Dr. Linus Pauling, another 2-time Nobel Prize winner. You could trace every sickness, illness, and disease to a mineral deficiency. So research has proven that we are thirsty. And you cannot cure thirst with medication. Matter of fact, medication makes you even more dehydrated. There's books on it. Your body many cries for water. You're not sick, you're thirsty. Water for health, for healing, for life. Women's First Magazine wrote an article talking about the water cure and the fact that 90% of American women are clinically dehydrated no matter how much water they drink, because most water is too acidic to be fully absorbed into the cells. And this applies to both males and females. Water is too acidic. And that's a problem because it's the primary element for life. It's responsible for our life because our bodies average 70% water. Your brain, your kidneys, lungs, eyes, ears, everything, your blood. We average 70% water. And then unfortunately, when we age and we get to that ripe age of 65, or by the time we get to 65, it's been reduced down to 45%. And minerals comes from God's healthy water, period. So most people are dehydrated, mineral deficient, and acidic, and don't realize that the water that we are drinking is damaging our health. I was talking to people today and telling them, you know, California, .1 in the most toxic water in the country. Wisconsin, North Carolina. I'm North Carolina, I'm #3. But I want you to go to ewg.org. Don't take my word for anything. Go to ewg.org/tap water. And I want you to put your zip code in there. My zip code, my neighborhood, right where I live, I have 8 contaminants in my water that cause cancer. In my neighborhood, in my tap. Reader's Digest said you can find in your water rocket fuel and birth control pills and all the medications your neighbor's taking. You can find all of that in your water. And studies show that chlorine and other contaminants found in tap water can increase your risk for heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. And people say, well, Linda, I don't drink tap water. What do you drink? Do you drink water when you go to a restaurant? You may not drink it every day at home, but I guarantee you somewhere you get some tap water. So then we resort to bottled water because we think what is healthier for us. But did you notice no matter how much bottled water we drink, we still get sick? We're still acidic and dehydrated. We're still mineral deficient. And we're still prone to sickness and disease. Why? Because bottled water is acidic. And it's nothing but tap water. So when you look at this pH scale, I want you to keep your eye on the top, 10 and 11, dark blue. Anything down here, the red, the orange, the yellows, the greens, that's acidic. So when you test water for the level of pH, if it's healthy for you, it's going to be navy blue. But you know, when they purify the water to put it in the bottles, that it actually strips it of every nutrient and mineral that your body needs to be healthy.
And coming up, the unmasking of bottled waters. Consumers react to word that many of their pricey favorites come straight from the tap. US have access to some of the cleanest tap water in the world. Nevertheless, many people have come to depend on bottled water, so much so it's become a multi-billion-dollar industry. Sure, it's convenient, but many also believe they're paying for water from naturally pure sources. As Rob Marciano reports, that's often not the case.
Don't let that scenic logo fool you. This water is not bottled from a mountain stream. Now PepsiCo plans to spell it out for consumers, adding the words public water source to the label of its Aquafina brand. And in case you didn't know, Aquafina is actually just purified tap water.
That would make me never want to buy Aquafina again, knowing that it was bottled public water,
Yeah,
like
no,
just
that's
tap water
just
in a
not cool.
bottle. That's what am I paying for?
Wow.
How does that make you feel?
Like I've been bamboozled and hoodwinked all this time.
In a statement on Friday, PepsiCo said, quote, if this helps clarify the fact that water originates from public sources, then it's a reasonable thing to do. Coca-Cola's Dasani does the same thing, purifies and bottles public drinking water. One environmental group found at least 25% of bottled water is actually just tap water. Sometimes purified, sometimes not.
We are now exposing an underbelly truth that is a big percentage of bottled water in this country is tap water.
San Francisco's mayor banned city workers from buying bottled water, citing environmental concerns and saving the city $500,000 a year. And let's face it, it's expensive. Brands like Fiji can cost $8 a bottle or more at high-end hotels. Ironic that droughts have led to water shortages on the island that exports it. In total, Americans snapped up $11 billion worth of bottled water last year. All in a country that has some of the cleanest public water in the world.
Spring water, artesian well water, purified tap water. Not too long ago, it would have seemed a little wacky to sell bottled water, but now it's become part of our culture. And sales of these bottles rank second only to carbonated soft drinks. So in this saturated market, it's increasingly important for you to know exactly what you're paying for. Rob Marciano, CNN, Douglasville, Georgia.
Okay, so let's see what we're paying for. Let's see what our water looks like. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my face, actually. I want to do a demonstration for you or two. So good evening, everybody. How you doing? This is LRB out here in Concord, North Carolina. All right. So this is some tap water, ewg.org, and put your zip code in here. This is some tap water from my tap here. And I'm going to put these drops in here. This is chlorine tester drops, okay? To test the level of chlorine, I'm gonna put a couple of drops in here, and if it turns the water yellow, then it's got chlorine in it. So last week when I did this, I could tell that they had just treated my water because it was a burnt orange. Now I'm gonna see if it's still burnt orange. See, it's not as burnt orange, it's yellow. So when it first tapped it, when they first treated it, it was so dark. So a week later is yellow, but it's still got chlorine in there. So our little tea bag, like sachet, what we're talking about tonight is how to clean that water up and make it healthy for you. So I'm gonna open up this jar and I'm gonna drop this in, and we're gonna explain what's in this little tea bag, and we're gonna drop it in here. So show you how you can actually drink tap water. Got all the chlorine out. See, chlorine is a gas, so it neutralized the chlorine, got it out of there, and that made that water healthy. All right. So now let's talk about bottled water. Remember, they said bottled water is healthy, right? Well, remember I told you to keep your eye on the blue. Anything below blue is toxic and it's acidic and it's not healthy for you. And they say bottled water is tap water. Well, we're gonna prove it here. I'm gonna pour a little bit of it in this jar right here. Not all of it, because I'm gonna drink some of it. And then I'm gonna use a pH tester. The first one was a chlorine test for swimming pools. If the water isn't good for you, if the chlorine level isn't right, you can't swim in it. So why would you drink it? Okay. So I'm gonna put a couple of these drops in here. Let me see. All right. Put some of these drops in here. If this turns blue, it's healthy for you. Uh-oh. Tap water. And it's highly acidic. This Food Line water is highly acidic, but and it's brown. So now we got to turn this bottled water into something worth drinking. So we're gonna take our little tea bag sachet. Just stay with me because I got a testimony later for you that's gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna drop this in here. Shake. I haven't even finished shaking it yet. Raise the pH in the water higher than any pH you can get in the store. So we said we were acidic, dehydrated, and mineral deficient. I'm gonna move my computer back a little bit because I want to do this test here with this soda because I want to show you how we're going to remove the acidity out of your body so that you can be healthy. See, you can eat all you want to eat and drink all you want to drink. But if you don't put something in there to fix the damage that you just done, then now you're getting all of the catastrophic illnesses and joint pain, gout, arthritis, osteoporosis, vision impairment, all types of things. All right, hold on. I'm going to get the acidity out of this soda, and it's going to show you how it gets the acidity. Not my computer. Whew, that's addition. That's all the acidity in that soda. And that's the same thing. Now look, that's how much you pay for. The rest of that is all acid and water. So I'm gonna put that to the side. And that was a diet soda. Remember I told you the diet sodas are worse. So we're gonna go back here. We're gonna go back to the presentation and we're gonna go back to share my screen. Give me 1 second to get it together. Hold on, here we go. All right, so let's go on to the next slide. Y'all can put in the chat what you thought about that. So let's talk about this little sachet. Why did it do all that? Well, first of all, like I said, it's a little tea bag like sachet. It transforms any water into alkaline beverage. Any water. It takes bad water and makes it good. It takes good water and make it better, okay? But it adds that little tea bag, you put it in any bottle, right? It adds over 70 organic trace minerals. Remember, we were highly acidic, dehydrated, mineral deficient. You can trace every sickness, illness, and disease to a mineral deficiency. Or do you want man-made stuff or do you want stuff that is natural? This comes from coral reefs out of Okinawa, Japan. Comes from below the ocean bed. Nothing in here man-made added to it at all. Natural minerals. The minerals in the water our bodies were designed to drink so they can heal themselves. Restructures the water molecules so they can get into your cells. If your water doesn't get into your cells and hydrate you at a cellular level, it's doing absolutely no good benefit for you at all. This gets right into, it strengthens your immune system. It detoxifies your cell at a cellular level. It cleans your organs naturally. Why wouldn't we want this kind of water? Why wouldn't we want our children, grandchildren drinking this kind of water? Our parents drinking this kind of water? How often do we do a cleanse? You know what it's like to do a cleanse? Can you give kids a cleanse? No, but they are eating the same foods you are eating. So wouldn't it make sense to give them the same healthy water that they should have that's cleaning the organs naturally, combating arthritis, regulating blood sugar, anti-aging, disease prevention, regulating your appetite to help promote weight loss if you need it, and nourishes, strengthens, cleans, and removes waste out of your body. Now that's powerful. So our water is right at 9.9 on the alkalinity scale. I showed you that in the demonstration. So another product we have is Focus Up, because Focus Up, you know, with being acidic, we're tired, we're exhausted, our brains can't focus. So we have a product by Dr. Now I can't remember his name. I'll get to it. Kyle Smith. But anyway, he created Focus Up because it gives you focus, concentration, memory, mood, alertness, you name it. It is one of the most powerful, pure energy think drinks because it boosts your memory. It's brain health. It's cognitive brain health. And Dr. Kyle Smith, he has the only FDA approval on cognitive brain health. He has a book out called A Brighter Mind. He had a product called Focus Factor years ago, and seniors were buying it off the shelf, and now they have Focus Up. You feel it within like 15 minutes. Revital Mind, another brain booster for people who are worried about their memory loss. We have Blast for kids and adults. It has all of the fruits and vegetables that they need in a daily basis. Gut health, I need to stop at this slide for a minute. because gut health is as important as everything else. A lot of things stems from the gut. And we have a product called Zyme 365 that is powerful. I want you to get with the person that invited you on here to understand more about these products. But inflammation, another secret killer. When I do people's blood, I put this up here tonight right quick because this lady had so much inflammation in her blood, concerned, worried, because it's the root of most diseases. Well, Zuma has a product called Cardiozyme. It's another breakthrough discovery in cardiovascular health and inflammation control. It lowers bad cholesterol, raises good cholesterol, and reduces or eliminates inflammation altogether. Millions were spent on development, years of clinical research, another product from the sea. We call it another miracle from the sea because people have amazing, amazing results. Joint health, knee pain, arthritis. If you are suffering from any of those, the Cardiozyme and the joint health together, you'll see remarkable results. So I want you to pay attention to the next couple of slides because I have a powerful testimony. Natural selection, energetic cellular rejuvenation. This is so powerful. It literally takes your blood and rejuvenates. You get new blood cells every 120 days, but it assists in preventing cell damage, supports oxygenation in cell tissues, provides strong antioxidant for those free radicals. It's just an amazing product. Life Source, one of the most powerful everyday multivitamin supplement on the market. Ellagic acid, pay attention to that one too. I want you to put a pin on that one between the natural selection, the ellagic acid. Research has shown ellagic acid as one of the most powerful things for anybody dealing with cancer. It's used to prevent as well as treat a person with cancer. It's so powerful. And I want you to just look up ellagic acid. Anybody that has ellagic acid, well, we have one of the most powerful ones as well. But I want you to hear this story from this gentleman right here. All right, now what's your name?
My name is Thomas Smith.
And Thomas, you came here today to get your blood done. Can you explain, what your condition is?
Okay, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer back in 2022.
Okay.
So I started drinking the water about 6 months ago.
So the X2O water.
The X2O water.
And what else were you taking?
The ellagic acid and the natural selection.
Okay, and show a picture of his blood right there. This is, you can't get blood much quicker better than that. Take the microscope so they can see the microscope as well. Yeah. So we come here and we do a live blood analysis and we use the microscope. And I did his blood today and I was amazed, but I didn't know that he was already on the product. So say what the doctor said to you when they asked you about your health, what you were doing.
Yeah, they asked me was I taking any medicine. I told them no because I wasn't taking any medicine. This is natural, organic stuff, and I haven't told them anything. But I know before I was start drinking that water, my illness was decreasing. It was getting worse and worse and worse. Soon as I started drinking the water, like 2 months later, I seen the results, and they couldn't understand it. As soon as I walked into the doctor's office, they told me, "Wow, your blood count was like 1,700, and it went down to 3.7." They said. So I was smiling and everything, Yeah. So that's what happened. True story,
All right, well that's good. Thank you for sharing.
Okay, thank you.
Say that again. What did they say?
The doctor said I'm one of the ones that can beat this cancer.
So he had stage 4 liver cancer, natural selection, ellagic acid in the alkaline water. Okay. I was in Maryland. They had me in a little room in Maryland with my microscope, and I go there once a month. I'll actually be back in Maryland June 3rd and 4th. If you have anybody there, I can do their blood. I'll be at the boot camp this Saturday in a small area. If anybody wants to get their blood done and see what. Say that again. What did they say? What's your name? So, you know, a lot of people, we talked about obesity. This is a system that helps several of us lose weight. It's the metabolized system. You have Ronnie Webb, who lost over 120 pounds in less than 6 months. I lost 107 pounds. Yes, that's me. This is why I have been with these products for 12 years. I've been drinking this water every day for 12 years. But I wanted you to hear some testimonies, just quick testimonies from people out here in North Carolina. I have thousands of live testimonies, but I want to share some each week.
I have acid reflux. The doctor put me on that. I started taking this from my Aunt Martha. She put me on it. And I tell you what, it's gone. I haven't had any attacks of it. I haven't not come down here arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis was coming on. And it's going down. It's going down. And it's giving me energy. I was so depressed because I was taking care of my mom. She's got, what is it? Dementia. She has dementia. I had to retard year before last just to take care of her. And with her day and night, I was so depressed. You know, I couldn't go nowhere. I was just depressed. I didn't want to live no more. Then I started taking this just a week ago. And I tell you what, it has helped me.
Amen.
I feel good. And God.
So there's so many testimonies that we can listen to. This one's a doctor here.
Okay. About a week ago, when she asked me about the alkaline water, I was like, you know, she said, do you know anything about this product? I said, here we go. Another product that's on the market for people wanting to get healthier quicker without doing the appropriate steps that they need to do. And so I looked into it, and when I realized it was alkaline water, I've done some research about it 2 years ago when my brother-in-law was massage therapy, talked about the benefits of alkaline water and how he was doing research into the different waters that are at standard just to buy and to see which one had the highest pH. The ones that have the highest pH are just nasty. So most people don't drink those. But it did show, and it has shown, that alkaline water does help with inflammatory markers. It decreases inflammation in the body, it decreases the acidity, so it helps, it kind of like what you said, it helps decrease cancer cells and these things that grow in the body. So when she put on Facebook, so I looked at it and I'm a family physician, but when I looked at it, I was like, okay, and I started following Anita's post. When she said what she said about Bruce, I was like, I'm doing this talk one thing, because I've been taking care of him for 5 years now, and we've never been able to get him off prednisone. So the fact that he's able to do that at this point spoke volumes to me as a physician and just me wanting to be healthier. So I said, let me come and see what this is about. Because you can fake a lot of things, but you cannot fake respiratory issues, and you cannot fake coming off prednisone. We've tried it, we failed it, he typically is on a high dose. So when she said that, I said, I'm looking to see what this is about, because if it's this beneficial to my 2 patients, it's something that we need to kind of get out in the community.
So that was a doctor out here in Pembroke, North Carolina, signed up over 1,500 people in 90 days on the product, got her patients off of prednisone that they've been trying to do for over 5 years. So these are just some of the testimonies. This, you know, we're going to be doing blood samples here at the boot camp. This is a picture of healthy blood. This is a picture of blood that has digestive issues and needing iron and other things. And this right here is a whole lot of worms in this blood right here. If you can see the worms floating in this blood, I just had a client that just left here a few minutes ago. That's parasites in 1 drop of blood. So imagine what's in the body. So get your blood looking like this. Get yourself on good products. Get with the person that invited you on here. This is what your blood should look like. That's a perfectly healthy white blood cell in the middle of all those red blood cells that are clean and crisp, oxygen flowing, no waste inside of them. It's just awesome. So I'm going to open up for anybody that has any questions or comments. Just open up your line and let's see what we can do to help you tonight. Anybody? All right. Can anybody unmute, or do I have to?
Yeah, we can unmute. Dr. Linda, quick question. Thank you so much for this information. I can see it's well researched, and just thank you for this excellent presentation. Is the X2O sachets, I know it comes in a box, is there any kind of sample size that you could hand somebody 2 or 3 sachets to try, and does it work as quickly?
They don't come in a box. I'm going to stop sharing my screen there for a minute and come back to you guys here. Okay, so they come in little packs like this, okay? So remember I was telling you that you can actually put them in an envelope and mail them? All right, so you get 5 of these packs in a plastic sleeve, all right? And each one has 6 sachets inside. You can carry this in your purse, your pocket, your briefcase, wherever you want to put it. You can mail this to somebody. You can give them this sample. Now, there's 6 in here. You can use each one of them twice. So that'll make 12 bottles of water, all right? So, one, you can sell these for $10 and they'll make 12 bottles. If you want to sample it, and the reason why I sell it to people is because I want people to use it. If I give it to them, I say, well, what did you think about the water? Oh, well, you know, man, I left it on my dresser. I haven't tried it yet. But if they pay for it, they'll try it. They'll use it. Okay?
Very smart. Thank you so much.
Yes. Anybody else? And oh, by the way, this costs you $5 and change. So if you sell it for 10, you're ahead of the game. Anybody else have any questions? All right. No comments or anything? Well, then I guess we will end.
Hello, Linda.
Yes.
Yeah, how you doing? It's Elroy. Okay, my question is a little earlier you did a demonstration with the bottle. You put a sachet in it, and it looked like it stayed black. Was I expecting it to turn clear white? Or did it turn clear white because you
No,
moved
that
it?
one was showing the level of,
demonstration?
that was showing the level of pH. It's supposed to stay dark blue. It's really dark blue now. I mean, that's showing the level of the pH in the water that and see it's still there. That raised the pH to healthy water. If you look
Now
at
this water was healthy water?
yeah,
Just the
that we
water
made it
itself?
healthy. We made it healthy. But see, this is the pH chart, and the blue on there shows the level. So that shows you that it was at a 10, 9.9 or 10. Okay.
Okay, let me re-ask it. Okay, when you first put the water in it, where did that water come from? Your faucet?
No, the water that turned yellow first was this one with the chlorine in it. There's still no
I'm good on
chlorine.
that.
Yeah.
Right, I'm good on that one. But
Okay,
the one
so
that's
this
black,
one here was bottled water. I was
Bottled
showing you
water.
that bottled
Okay.
water isn't healthy.
okay, so it was
It has
supposed to
no
turn
health
black.
benefit. It has no health benefit. It's just
Okay.
water. It's just water.
So it was supposed to turn black.
Yeah, it was so
It
it's
showed
supposed to turn.
unhealthy.
Yeah, the darker on the scale, the healthier it is.
Okay. The
Okay.
darker on the scale, the healthy it is. Okay, all right.
All right. Anybody else?
Thank you.
It's high Linda. I want that recording some kind of way. I want that recording.
Okay, I have the recording.
Okay.
Do you all have a product that help with something like athletic feet?
The joint
Fungus?
health, the joint health and the cardiozyme.
Okay, that's a product. Is a cream or what?
No, it's internal. So you have athlete's feet?
Yeah, athletic feet.
Okay,
The
yeah.
fungus, that fungus be
I
on
got
your
you.
toe.
Yeah, absolutely. So you definitely need the water, because see what happens is the water is going to get into your cells, and it's going to start cleaning your cells from the top to the bottom, and you're going to notice a difference in that. Okay, you don't need a cream. You need your blood cells cleaned and strengthened. And then you can put a topical. Now, I would recommend something like a silver max, a silver colloidal silver, or something like that on the outside of your feet.
Okay, yeah, because they do recommend when it get real bad, they give you medication for inside, but it may affect your kidneys.
Yeah, that's
so you
why
have to be careful with that medication, you know.
Right.
I mean your liver. My wife said it may affect your liver, so you have to get a liver test before you take the medication that the doctor give you. So it sounds like you're saying this here may do what they're giving you medically internally.
Yeah, I always like working from the inside out. Yeah, we've gotten rid of eczema. I'm talking about oozing, seeping eczema. So, yeah.
And what about affecting your medication? Like I'm a person that's on. I know you're not giving no medical advice, so you know I'm going to understand that. But like I'm on heart medicine and blood pressure medicine. How do this product affect your medicine?
It doesn't affect your medicine. It's all
Mm-hmm.
natural. It doesn't affect your medicine. So the illnesses that I've had, my doctors were able to take me off like high blood pressure medication and things like that. Yeah, so you take your medicine with it and then let the doctors take you off. Katrina, your hand is up.
Yes. Linda, is there any place in New York that we can get that blood test that you talking about giving? Years ago, I had it done here in New York, but I lost contact with somebody here, but I understand how that works, and I'd like to know if you have anybody here that I can go to.
What part of New York are you?
Brooklyn.
Okay. All right. So I guess, you know, you can set it up, you know, and then we can come out there one weekend. But we'd have to look at June. But we can set something up in New York if you get some people together. I'll come to New York.
Oh, okay. That'd be great.
Not the first weekend, because I'll be in Maryland the first weekend of June.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll let you know. And thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Okay. Well, less than an hour. That was my goal. All right. Well, I guess Tanny, do you want to come back live?